2026, please rise for the national anthem of Hungary.
into the box and across the face it goes then. Out for a kick into Serbia. Chip forward looking for Baronin, who swivels and swivels well. Opportunity for the strike. Collected comfortably by Laszlo Shasko. Striding forward is Hungary and it hits the post. And that is desperately unlucky. Martin Bartusz, the man who took on the shot, and it rattled the woodwork and took a nick off Ognjen Zivkovic on its way past. Tolne will hit one now. This time Ulos Zivkovic is in the way. Kick into Hungary. Rocco Tolne is lurking. It's flashed across the face of goal. Deflects kindly for Serbia, and there's Damjanovic. Poked down the right for Zivkovic. Strong running from him. A nice ball to the back post, and there is Tomovic. Might Damjanovic turn it in? Jasko does really well to palm it away. And it'll be a free kick to Hungary. It's Spirlitz down in the area. And how on earth did this not end up in the back of the net? Tomovic with the initial strike, and then look at that port from Laszlo Shasko. He had to get there because Dejan Damjanovic was lurking. And that's a clever ball. Zivkovic steals it away. Mikic to Damjanovic. Neat and tidy play from Serbia, and Damjanovic wants to flick it around the corner to Mikic. It's read well by Rocco Tolne. Free kick for Serbia then. Standing over it is Milan Perendia, the man who's won the Macedonian Super Cup twice, also won the Romanian top division. Plenty of experience in this Serbia side. It will be struck by Perendia. In fact, it'll be passed to the back post for Zivkovic, who flashes one into the area, and the cross come shot evades everyone and the goal. For Kete, Hungary's trickster, who scored the early opener against Slovenia. Rocco Tolne. Spirlitz. Here's Shasko. Looking for the feet of Dukai. Damjanovic now. There's a man free at the back post if Serbia can find him. They don't, because Damjanovic is tugged back. It's a grab of the wrist from Daniel Dukai, who's an old school target man up top for Hungary. Certainly puts himself about. Igor Jelic looks interested. He rattled the bar versus Spain in the semi-final earlier today. Spain edged out 1-0 winners in a game of few chances. Flick back to Damjanovic, who strikes low. Blocked away, and Ognjen Zivkovic will come and collect. It's a neat ball into the channel from him, and that will loop over the head of Jelic. Hungary and Serbia meeting for the second time at 2026 Soccer Euros. This time in the third place playoff. A game neither side wanted to be a part of, having come within touching distance of the final. It's an opportunity, however, for both nations to pick themselves up and dust themselves off Still walk away with silverware, albeit not the main prize, is Fakete jinking and weaving once more. Neat touchdown from Damjanovic, who wants it back. Get it back from Igor Jelic, but too much heat on the pass. And forward strides Fakete. The pass is loose. They'll roll harmlessly through for a Serbian goal kick. Zivkovic into the feet of Mikic, who's had a fine tournament for Serbia. And it's no surprise, he's 67 appearances and 7 goals for Red Star Belgrade to his name. And here in Tirana, he scored against Denmark and Greece. He also scored the own goal as Hungary edged out 1-0 winners over Serbia in Group C. Hungary will flash one, it's still live in the box. Dukai rises, he nods wide. Claims he was nudged through the back by Uros Zivkovic. The official's not interested. And the man striking was Martin Bartush. He's certainly got hold of that effort. Zivkovic chucks it forward. Brought down for Baranin, he's got Mikic outside him. Good defending though from Marcel Jarbo, who looked the brightest for Hungary as they were beaten by Kazakhstan 2-0 in their semi-final. Earlier on today, he rattled the bar and like Igor Jelic was really unlucky not to score. Jeremias cuts inside. Jelic crowds him out, but Jeremias collects again. Mikic this time intercepting. Striding forward and striking. Had plenty of power. Just not the direction. Rocco Tolne. He drives one through the legs of Mikic, but didn't have enough power to trouble Ognjen Zivkovic in the Serbia goal, their only stopper in the squad. And here he is, clipping forward. Somovic rises. It will break, but it will be tidied up by Daniel Basenio. Well, Serbia ranked 32nd in the world and 21st at the tournament. Hungary 8th in the world and 5th at the tournament. So whatever happens in this one, both nations have exceeded expectations. And a chance to burnish their respective rankings with a win. Jarbo looking to slip it through the legs of Baranin. Here's Jasko. Another loose pass from Hungary. And another easy collection for Ognjen Zivkovic. Minutes played, scoreline 0-0. Hungary have hit the post, become the closest. Zivkovic spins and spins well. The pitch opens up for him now. He slides it over Damjanovic. Jasko smuggles. Tomovic, it's still there. It's turned over the bar. Another fine opening for Serbia. You need to put your house on Damjanovic scoring, but Laszlo Jasko was out ever so quickly to charge the shot down. The angle was against Damjanovic. Played forward, picked up by Georgi Vishak. Here's Marcel Jarbo. Dangerous when he's allowed on that left foot, but Baranin doesn't let him get there. Here's Damjanovic. Step over from him. Damjanovic hits the deck, no free kick. Game starting to stretch now. Here's Eremias down the touchline. He wants it back. Jabo giving Damjanovic a bump through the back and coming away with the ball. Fires into legs of Zivkovic. Tomovic now picks it up and they give it away. It's a bit sloppy and a bit scratchy. Neither side looking too settled in possession. There will be a free kick to Hungary, which Spiralic stands over. Just shy of that halfway line. Out to Jabo. Slipped back into Jabo and he's crashed into by Tomovic. It was a full-blooded tackle. And Jabo's down clutching his face. Tomovic does come over to see if he's okay. Well, some defenders say take the man or the ball. In that case, Tomovic took plenty of both. And Marcel Jabo felt the full force of it. It is being checked by Artis Kennins on our VAS, but he sees no real wrongdoing and will play on. Jasko, who's made a couple of fine saves in this game already. He also saved 2 penalties against Slovenia in the round of 16 game. Jelic back to Ognin Zivkovic. He walks his way to the halfway line. Mikic wants to send it into the channel. It's collected confidently by Milos Dimitrijevic. Approaching 15 minutes played. Yet to see an opener. Mikic is crowded out by 3 red shirts. The free kick goes against Hungary. They're not happy about it. Milan Perendia stands over it once more, the man wearing the captain's armband. 2 in the wall for Hungary. Being set in their place by Laszlo Shaksko. It's laid off for Jelic, who'll strike one. And that's out for a kick in. One of Jelic's finest efforts. Jasko taking his time and assessing his options. Into Martin Bartusz, chip forward. Fekete will challenge, so too will Mikic. Mikic the man who gets the touch, and it's behind for a corner to Hungary. As we wait for this game to really burst into life. In fairness to both these nations, they've already played incredibly energy-sapping games today. And it's awfully hot out here in Tirana. Serbia still the ball, and Jelic is charging away down the right. He cuts inside. There could be an opportunity for the shot. He goes down. The whistle doesn't blow, and Spiralic gestures for him to get back to his feet. Zivkovic strolling out of his goal as he does with such swagger. Looks for Tomovic. Pass is too heavy for him to keep in play. Into the feet of Gergo Eremias. Snuffed out by Uros Zivkovic. And then given away deep in their own half by Serbia. Here's Rocco Tolne. Tomovic collects. Jelic. Tomovic comes in with a thumping shoulder and a leg across his man for good measure. It's Martin Bartusz who's on the receiving end of it. And Hungary will have a free kick midway inside Serbia's half. As we approach 18 minutes, an opportunity for them to work something. 4 red shirts stand over it, 2 now walk away. And it's Spirelitz and Bartusz who are still looking interested. It will be Spirelitz to take. He lines up the shot, drives low into the legs of Damjanovic. Spirelitz back to Šaško. Well, Jelic has gone down, screamed off the ball. The game is temporarily paused. It's Faketa who is standing the closest to him and is the most likely offender if something did occur. Well, the physio's waved on and Igor Jelic is going to get some attention. Well, he was self-critical earlier on in the tournament, was Igor Jelic. He didn't feel he was at his best, but he certainly was. As Serbia stunned Albania, our hosts, in the quarter-finals. He scored the second in a 3-0 win. And then again, Jelic and Faketa are warned about their off-the-ball conduct. Handbacks at dawn from them. Finally, we are now back underway. And it's Mikic who gives Tone a nudge through the back. Zivkovic wants to turn it around the corner. It'll break kindly from again. Kicking goes the way of Serbia, and they're starting to
1 minute addition time.
See a bit of needle between these two nations. In fact, it'll be a corner which Mikic will take to the back post. Jelic will hit it, and lurking was Ulos Ivkovic. Well, he was well positioned, but he couldn't get the contact to turn it goalwards. We've played the allotted 20. We're into added, and there may be some of it. Faketa striding down the left touchline. Intercepted by Jelic and then collected gratefully by Ognjen Zivkovic. He places the ball down at his feet. Chip forward, Damjanovic will rise. Rocco Tolne now. Twisting and turning under the attention of Zivkovic. That's lovely from Faketa, who slips it through the legs of his man. And he's now down on the turf. And there goes the half-time whistle. And it puts to an end to a rather scratchy and bitty and gritty half here in Tirana in our third place playoff. Chances at either end, no goals as of yet. But tension rising here. We could be in for an interesting second half. A reminder that the main one, the big event, comes after this, an 8 PM kickoff local time. Spain take the #1 seeded Kazakhstan in the final of the 2026 Euros, but we still got 20 minutes to come as Serbia or Hungary go in search of the third place spot. back underway then in our third place playoff. Still goalless between Serbia and Hungary. Two nations who came agonisingly close to a spot in the final, and it's collected by Damjanovic, but the whistle will blow. Be a free kick Serbia's way for the slide. It'll be taken by Nikola Mikic. Perendea nudges it down the line for Damjanovic, but he's not interested in chasing that one. As I mentioned, they've already played a game each today. They have Serbia and Hungary. 40 minutes of soccer already in the legs, and they're asked to do it again to lift themselves after narrowly missing out. It's not an easy thing to do. Šaško into the feet of Rocco Tolne. His second against Romania was an absolute peach and well worth revisiting. Šaško into Fekete. Dealt with by Damjanovic. Kick in for Hungary, which Fekete will take. Spirelitz goes all the way home for Šaško. And he'll off long. Should be brought down, and it is really nicely by Gergo Ermias. As Mikic is told to retreat to the regulation distance, here's Spirelitz out to Tolne. Spirelitz again. Tolne takes a kick from Perendea, but will play on, and Mikic will collect it. Spirelitz is hard in the challenge, and then Mikic leaves a little bit on Marko Spirelitz. It's Fekete chopping in. He's always keen to take a man on. Damjanovic pokes clear. Mikic tries to return to him. But Damjanovic instantly recognises that pass has far too much on it. Not one for chasing a lost cause. Fekete's down again, and it's Uros Sivkovic, who's adjudged to have come in late. And it's just going to be a talking to for Uros Sivkovic, and you'd imagine this will be the last warning, because there have been some rather petulant challenges put in. Šaško. Into the feet of Rocco Tolne, faced by Uros Sivkovic. And that's an excellent spin from Hungary. There could be a way, and Tomovic comes and hacks into Gergo Ermias. And things are bubbling over here in our third place playoff. There's certainly some spice as Milan Perendea comes over and throws his weight around, and Tomovic is rightly shown the yellow card, as he did get the ball. But again, there was an awful chunk of man that was booted after. Milan Perendea really needs calming down here, because otherwise Serbia could be playing with three. So for the next couple of minutes, the Serbs will be a man down, and Hungary will try and use this to their advantage to find the breakthrough. On the corner is Rocco Tolne. Well, in fact, he's told it's a free kick. Get another look at it here. Oh, it's late from Tomovic and rather naughty. Count himself slightly lucky that the colour of the card was only yellow. So it's Tolne over the free kick. He hammers it, and hammers it into the backside of Damjanovic. Back to Fekete. Hungary will want to move Serbia around now and make good of their man advantage. Marcel Jarbo now takes a boot from Mikic. And it is a second yellow card for Serbia, who now play with 3 outfield players. Perendia's not happy. So 2 in the sin bin for them. Mikic the latest. And Serbia, who have been far more cool, calm and collected at this 2026 Soccer Euros, are now starting to lose their heads. Hungary have 2 over, and you feel surely now they'll find a way to ruffle the back of the net. Spirits. He's got Jarbo to his right, uses him. Lurking at the back post is Rocco Tolne. Here is Tolne. Slightly behind Spirits, but still Hungary have it. Jarbo tries the shot, charged down by Damjanovic, who wants to get on the end of it. He does, Damjanovic. Can he go all the way? Faketa gets back to pinch it off his toe. Still Damjanovic battles. Faketa goes past him. He can't go past Perendia. And that was another thumping body check from Perendia. I'm surprised the whistle didn't blow for that one. Here's Rocco Tolne. He's got Jarbo on the far side. It's Tolne again. Serbia have 1 man back on the field, Igor Jelic. So they're back to 4 outfielders and 5 in total. And the ball to the far post was excellent from Spirits. It was eye of the needle stuff, but Faketa let it run under his boot. It will be a goal kick to Serbia. We'll be delighted with that. Jelic clips all the way up and through to Laszlo Jasko, and that's meat and drink for him. He'll collect easily. Spirits. Chance for a shot. And it's scuffed by Daniel Basenio. He pushes it into the turf and it bobbles really neatly through to Zivkovic. Tomovic is challenging. He's jumping away at the legs of the Hungarians. He does well to earn a free kick for Serbia. We now have 6 back on the field. Standing over it is Jelic. Back to Uros Zivkovic. Tomovic now on the far side. Down the line to Mikic. Ognjen Zivkovic, Mikic. This is better from Serbia. Worked up to Jelic, flick round the corner. Jarbo pinches it and it's 3 on 3. Jarbo striding forward, Jarbo shooting. Flashes wide of the post. It looked as if Ognjen Zivkovic had it covered, although the ball was travelling at some velocity. Mikic brings it down under pressure. He hits the deck, but Hungary will come clear with it. It's Faketa, it's a huge opportunity, and it's a massive stop from Zivkovic. He manages to keep hold of the ball as Faketa has another chomp. It's an excellent pass through from Bartush, but astute keeping from Ognjen Zivkovic. Rocco Tolne as the sun begins to set here in Tirana. Faketa faced by Jelic. Just trying to tease in the tackle as he goes round Jelic. Into the box, it cannons to the edge. Hungary will think about the strike. Hammered well over the bar. With half an hour played, we still wait for our first goal. We will go to soccer penalties if it stays like this. It's a loose one from Zivkovic. He'll be collected by his opposing number, Laszlo Shasko. Rocco Talne. Back to Jabo, down the line for Faketa. It's loose from him. Picked up by the white shirts of Serbia. Two balls on the pitch. We've got a substitute that's running on to collect, and he boots it back over the stands to the training pitch. Zivkovic into the feet of his namesake, and it's struck, and really cleanly from Mikic. Well, it's exactly where you want to put the ball in soccer. Hit it hard, hit it low and towards that back post. Goalkeepers exchanging passes once more. Jelic comes in field. And that's a clever ball from Jelic. Zivkovic could be in. Huge tackle that from Martin Bartusz. Better from Serbia, who have just recomposed themselves after a rather frantic spell of having men yellowed left, right and centre. Zivkovic into Tomovic, round the corner. This is nice from Serbia. Dejan Damjanovic is a good ball into the box, but it only finds a red shirt. Tolne can't get on the end of that one. Zivkovic into Damjanovic. 8 minutes to go. We're yet to discover who will be named the third best soccer nation in Europe. Heads go up and it will drop for Damjanovic. You'll think about the shot. And he wasn't far off target. Dejan Damjanovic. He's on 5 goals at this 2026 Soccer Euros. Still in with a shout for Golden Boot. And he wasn't far away from extending his tally there. Damjanovic flicks over to Zivkovic at the far post, but the game is brought back after Tomovic rather clumsily clipped a man on his way through. Spirelitz clips it forward. Should be collected by Gergo Remias. Mikic comes away with it. Dejan Damjanovic trying to be cute, but too cute. Possession changes hands once again. Mikic, loose passes all over the pitch, and that's another one as it goes straight out of play. Past Marcel Jabo. Ognian Zivkovic up towards Damjanovic, who's eased off the ball by Zoltan Elias. Battling away is Jeremias. He does find a pass down the touchline, but again it goes straight out of play, and Perendia will stand over the kick in for Serbia. Zivkovic around the corner. Here's Tomovic. Jabo snuffs it out. Hungary could break. Striding forward is Jeremias. He might have to go on his own. He does. He toe pokes one in the end. And after patting it down to the turf, Zivkovic can collect. Here's Perendia. The stands around me begin to fill up in anticipation for our final. The ball breaks kindly for Hungary, and here's a chance, another save from Zivkovic. Again, he stops with his legs. Hungary turn the ball over once more. Faketa comes in field. Neat feet from him to find a pass through to Jeremias. Perendia pick the pockets. Chance for Damjanovic at the back post. It's a lovely touch inside, blocked by Marcos Spirulits. And here comes Faketa. End-to-end stuff now. Oh, that's delicious skill from Faketa as he slides it through the legs of Mikic. Dmitrijevic twisting and turning in the middle. Ball at the feet of Zivkovic. Jelic flicks it round the corner. He wanted Mikic on the run. And again, Faketa has warned about his off-the-ball conduct. Bartusz into Rocco Tolne. Four minutes to go. Game still deadlocked and poised on a knife edge. It's Hungary who have had the better chances. Zivkovic, the keeper, with more to do. Shasko looks for Dukai. Tomovic shows good strength. Mikic gets away from Daniel Basenio. And Serbia appealing for a yellow card. Well, they feel that Basenio should go into the book for that challenge. Unfortunately for them, Josif Al-Leni doesn't agree. They'll have to settle for just the free kick, which Igor Jelic stands over. 3 minutes to go of the allotted 40, and then we are heading for soccer penalties. Jelic will hit one, and he'll hit one well! And it flies into the back of the net. And that is a peach from Igor Jelic. Serbia celebrate. They've been on the back foot for much of this second half, but that is a pile driver from Igor Jelic. He's barely inside Hungary's half when he lines up and smashes it through absolutely everybody. There wasn't a player on the field who dared to get in the way of that one. And finally, we have our first goal. Shasko trying his luck. It's Hungary seeking instant response. It's a second goal of the tournament for Igor Jelic, who opened his account versus Albania. Kick in for Serbia. They've got just a minute and a half to protect this lead. Tone does just about enough to see the ball back through to Shasko. And Hungary might be kicking themselves now for those missed opportunities, as the ball is passed back to Shasko, who was outside his area. So it'll be a free kick to Serbia. That's sloppy from Hungary, an experienced soccer nation. They should know the rules. It's another free kick, and surprise, surprise, Igor Jelic stands over it. This one's a lot closer in. But considering how well struck his last effort was, you wouldn't bet against him whacking this one again. It will be Jelic. Will it be the same result? The whistle blows. Igor Jelic steps up, hits it! There's the second! This one driven low, through bodies and into the back of the net. And Igor Jelic has done it again. He's surely secured Serbia third place at the 2026 Soccer Euros. Set piece excellence from Igor Jelic. He pumps his fist in celebration. And Hungary will go for broke. They're deploying the rush keeper. The 40 minutes are up. We're into added time. Here's Tolne. Chops back onto his right foot. He'll try the strike into the side netting. There'll be a corner kick to Hungary. And a chance to pull one back. You feel at this stage it would just be a consolation. But they'll try nonetheless. Here's Bartusz. Spirulits down the line to Rocco Tolne. Lifts his head, thinks about the shot. He takes it on now, and it's blocked well by Nikola Mikic. Serbia exacting revenge over Hungary, who beat them in the group stages. Jarbo, back to Bartusz. Here is Jarbo again, he hits it. Dutkaj lets it roll, but it rolls wide of the post. Played over a minute of additional time. Dejan Damjanovic back on the field. Zivkovic will play a lofted ball, and it's a lovely one. Mikic picks it up. Dmitrijevic back to his stopper. Bartusz should collect, he does. Zivkovic is putting pressure on him, but it's a lovely turn free from Bartusz. Tries to roll it over to the far stick for Dutkaj, who was lurking. But Tomovic snuffs it out. Final knockings here in our third place playoff. Here is Dutkaj, he spins, he finds Jarbo. He wants it on that left foot, he strikes it. Tomovic is in the way once more. Damjanovic might pinch it off the foot of Marcel Jarbo, who does really well to nutmeg him, and it will break for Dejan Damjanovic. Could he wrap things up? He hits it and he fires high over the bar. Hungary pull forward once more. 2.5 minutes of additional time played. Bisenyo over to Rocco Tolne. Spirulits. Bisenyo once more. Spirulits works it to Tolne. And here's a chance for Zivkovic to go for goal. He does go for goal, but he won't find it like that. Well, always worth an effort. And there goes the full-time whistle. Cheers from the Serbian bench, because it's they who will finish third at the 2026 Soccer Euros, courtesy of 2 pile drivers from Igor Jelic. Hungary sink to the turf. It looks so promising for them as they entered the semi-finals. They were put out by world #1 seeds Kazakhstan, and they failed at the final hurdle here as Serbia found a way past them, but they can hold their heads high. They've brought plenty to the tournament, but it's Serbia who will touch silverware, albeit not the main prize. And they have been fantastic at this tournament, and worthy winners of that third spot. So full time here in Tirana, Serbia 2, Hungary 0. Stick with us, because next we've got the big one. It's Spain versus Kazakhstan in the Euros final, live from 8 PM local time here in Tirana. So get yourself a drink, get comfortable, and stick with us for the rest of the evening, because we promise you drama.
between Kazakhstan and Spain of the Socca Euro, hosted here in Albania is for the very first time. Over the last 5 days, 28 national teams have arrived in Albania with one dream: to conquer Europe in the fast and intense world of soccer. From dramatic penalty shootouts to unforgettable goals, from underdog stories to moments of pure brilliance, this tournament has delivered passion and great emotions inside the house of football here in Tirana. Albania has embraced Europe with unforgettable energy, creating a fantastic stage for this celebration of the game. And now it comes down to this. Two nations remain, two different journeys, one European crown. On one side, the most successful nation, Kazakhstan, chasing yet another continental title. On the other, Spain, a nation related with football excellence, bringing technique, composure, and winning mentality. This is more than a final. This is history waiting to be written under the lights of Tirana. Ladies and gentlemen, Europe is watching, Albania is ready. Enjoy the Socca Euro final, Kazakhstan versus Spain.
And then there were two. This is TUI's Socca Euro competition, and it's gone in the blink of an eye. Poland, the holders, will have to release their grip on the European trophy after a dominant 2025. There will be a new winner, but who will it be? Kazakhstan, who have been there and done it before, or Spain? First, national anthems.
For the national anthem of Spain.
A new winner will be assured. Poland knocked out. Kazakhstan back having another stab at a Euro competition. They have won it twice before. Kazakhstan there with plenty of names familiar to many of us on the soccer circuit. And they have a lot of quality and danger among their ranks. Oljaztai Basarov, Tamerlan Adilov, just a couple of them. But there are several. They have 8 names in that list there that have registered at the Euros. There's your referees in charge for this evening. Adin Hazic of Croatia. This is his 3rd Euro. He's done 9 major tournaments now in soccer. And Kostas Koutsianis of Greece, also his 3rd. Jakub Orlinski, the Pole, with 4 cups under his belt on world level. This is his 2nd Euro. Spain are rapidly becoming a side that strike fear into opponents. It wasn't always the case, but hard work in Spain behind the scenes is moving them towards becoming a soccer powerhouse. And they too have some great players in the side, pretty much ripped up and started again after the World Championships in Mexico. And alongside me is Frankie.
Yeah, evening, Dan, and we've got an intriguing final on our hands, don't we? Because Kazakhstan have done what they always do. They've come alive after a relatively sluggish group stage for them. But as we've moved into knockout soccer, they've just looked imperious, and really they've breezed to this point. clearing everybody in their path with relative ease. But Spain, I called them the comeback kings earlier on today because they really are. They've trailed twice in the knockouts, they've come back, they've won 2 soccer penalty shootouts, and then they edged out a really experienced Serbia side earlier on in those semi-finals. So I just don't know what we're going to expect, because Spain defend well, they refuse to say die, and in many regards that's what Kazakhstan are great at. So we're either in for a really tense and closely fought contest, or it'll be a firecracker, and there'll be no in between.
It was a huge gamble for Spain after reaching the latter stages of the Euros last year. They didn't quite impress at the World Championships, but it was massive to make so many changes, and it's paid dividends. Almost ready to go. Spain are in red, Kazakhstan in sky blue. 40 minutes separate the two from Euro glory. It will be Spain and Kazakhstan who fight for the right out here in Tirana, Albania, at the TUI Soccer Euro. And a nod out of play early on will give Spain a kick in, and it is at the feet of Aitor Villar, who got the only goal in the semi-final against Serbia earlier on today in a 1-0 victory. Barriola. In the goal is David Larumbre, who has been superb. In fact, it is David Larumbre. Just for a second I thought they'd gone with Aymar Martinez, but they have stuck with Larumbre, which is the right call, because he is one of the best at this tournament in between the sticks. And this guy at the other end isn't bad either. That's Joachim Beck, who won the Best Goalkeeper award in Mexico in 2025 at the World Championships, and he might try a dig. He does, and he puts it wide.
He's always happy to shoot, is Joachim Beck. And it's always interesting to see what teams do in regards to pressing the goalkeeper. Some are happy to just give them a yard and they don't want to break their ranks. As I say, Joachim Beck, if he's afforded space, he will pull the trigger.
Nodded down into the area, cleared away by Kislitzin, and watched by Aitor Villar, who is a Euskadi man. There's a few of those in the squad, 4 Euskadi players in that 14-man list. Whack long by Larumbre. Out of play though, kick in for Kazakhstan, who only just scraped through the groups. A win and 2 draws. They got a very, very late win against Portugal in their opener. Drew 0-0 with Latvia, 2-2 with Ukraine. And here come the Kazakhs looking for the opener, and they haven't quite found it. Up goes Larumbre to punch. Looked as though he might have been able to catch that one, but didn't want to take the risk, and Kazakhstan went close. Kislitzin. Now with Oljastai Basarov, who loves to drive down that left-hand side. He's got on the end of it, and that is a brave challenge from Barriola. No whistle. Kazakhstan have it, but only for a second, and again the defender blocking them out, and Spain having a try at the other end. Occupied by Adilov and Kislitzin, who has it. Shot coming in, saved by Larumbre, and it was off the right boot of Usanov, who's looked a really tricky, really useful player for Kazakhstan.
There's been some nervy moments here for Spain. Kazakhstan, they started at their lethal best. And you just feel there was one there that, as he pointed out, Larumbe could have caught it, he punched it, and then Villar really didn't want to bring the ball down. Instead, he tried to scissor kick a volley forwards. And this is a massive moment for them, and they just need to control that adrenaline.
That's a long ball sent away though by Kislitzin, down to the feet of Ty Basarov, who still goes, and the whistle does go against Oljastai Basarov this time. Spain knocked Kazakhstan out of the Euros last year. They took the lead after 28 minutes through Villalba. Adilov equalising with 35 seconds left to play. Very Kazakh that. What wasn't very Kazakh is that they lost on soccer penalties to the Spanish. At the time, Kazakhstan were the holders, looking to get it back in their grasp.
It's interesting for me that Spain have gone with Larumbe in goal for the first half again. He has started pretty much all of Spain's games, and then they tend to make the switch with Aimar Martinez at half-time. But Larumbe, as good a shot stopper as he is, his distribution isn't a scratch on Martinez.
It's dropped down for the Kazakhs, couldn't quite steer it into the penalty area. Long ball is headed away by Begelin, who was a crucial player at the World Championships. There he is again. Touched off, but out of play. And it will be a Spanish kick in, 4.5 minutes in. And it hasn't been a slow game. It hasn't been one where they've sat back and taken a look, Frankie. They've both got to work early.
There's certainly a nice pace to it. In Kazakhstan previous knockout matches, they burst forward, they flew out of the traps, they established an early lead, and then they sit back. And it looks like they're trying to deploy a similar tactic here.
Kazakhstan back in possession again. 10 goals for and 2 against for Kazakhstan in the tournament. Biggest win for them, a 4-0 victory over Germany in the last 16. And David Larumbe off your screen is down, and he is grabbing his knee, I think it is. It might even be his calf. So that is a worry for Spain if they were to lose Larumbe early in the final. Kostas Koutsianos is over it. Kazakhstan have now played 64 major soccer tournament games. They've won 46 of them, drawn 8, lost 10. Their win percentage is 71.87. And that is why they are ranked at number 1. 3 years running they've topped the charts now. And they would have been very, very keen to make sure that this tournament went well, because Poland hot on their tail for top spot in the world. The Kazakhs looking like they're not letting it go anytime soon.
It felt like a point proven from Kazakhstan yesterday when they knocked out Poland. As if they were saying, we're not letting our crown slip that easily.
Well, you can just about see there Kostas Koutsianos having a chat with Jesus Faraz, and there you can see that that is probably the end for David Larumbe, and that is very, very sad. On will come Aimar Martinez, who was sent off in the tournament. That very, very rarely happens. He was shown a red card against Croatia at 1-1. Spain went on to get the winner, going through his warm-up exercises while he can, Martinez. Love to see that. Off we go again. Sergo Shuk has it. Over to the left-hand side for Kazakhstan. Another foot in for Vitor Barriola, who has watched everything, read everything, and cleared everything so far for Spain. Barriola, who is one of the few in the squad from Mexico, playing out in Cancun in December. Down the line it goes. Spain trying to stand firm against Kazakhstan, who have been more interested in an attacking sense so far. Martinez gets his first touch.
Yeah, it's a comfortable one in the end for Martinez, isn't it? There wasn't too much power on the strike, but he still wasn't comfortable enough to catch it.
Well, Kajegilov thought he had a corner. He doesn't. He has a kick in. They're very good here, Kazakhstan. Normally a clip to the back post, and that's what came, but it was blocked off and away. And Begelin unable to get that volley towards goal as it's nodded away from him. Spain in their first soccer final. They've been around since the very beginning, Spain, and they haven't really before been a side that are considered one of the best, but in the last year or so they've put together something special right across Spain and have really been able to produce and find the best talent, and that is why they are now at a final and are a competitive side, and I think in the next couple of years are going to be a side that are mentioned alongside the likes of Poland and Kazakhstan when people are asking who's going to win this thing. Spanish in possession and will get themselves a free kick. Foul from Maksat Otseganov. Down on the floor went Markel Garcia, who really is the danger man for Spain. He's got 5 goals. That's out of play. Kicking for Spain. Spain have only won 15 of their 40 major tournament games. They've lost 20 of them, drawing 3. Their win percentage at 37.5, which will tell you why Spain haven't been the finals before, but are getting much better. And here they come, and that is a little bit sloppy from Adrian Rueda. Not a lot of communication between him and Bitor Barriola. And it will be a kick in. And it will be for, well, I think it should be for Kazakhstan. The Spanish are taking it, but surely that's going to be a blue ball. Yes, it will be. Adin Hasic's just raising the arm to confirm. Spain have played the 9th most amount of games of all the soccer nations around the world before this tournament began, doing themselves no harm on that front, getting to a final. And that is out of play from Kislitsin. This is the 6th major tournament final for Kazakhstan. World Cup finals in 22, 23 and 24. Euro Cup finalists and winners in 23 and 24, now making another final out here in 26. And this is their 10th major tournament. 60% of major tournaments for Kazakhstan have resulted in finals.
It's just quite incredible, isn't it, what they bring to soccer, how competitive they are time after time.
Yeah, an unbelievable force. It's Allure, the side representing their nation this time around. Forward it goes. A little scratchy from both, who lose possession quite cheaply, and it's back with the keeper, Aymar Martinez. The sock is down and the gloves are off for La Hombre on the bench. That's out of play. Frankie talking up the distribution of Martinez, and of course the commentator's curse comes right up and bites him.
You can see the difference though in how Spain approached the game when Martinez is on the pitch. With Larumbe it was Route 1 soccer really, they were going long. But with Martinez, he always wants to walk the ball out and find the pass.
Spain wanted a free kick. They won't get one. And Kazakhstan trying to just tap it around it back into the penalty area. Challenge comes in, off goes Usanov. Spain will have to defend the corner. I'm sure it certainly would have been the game plan of Spain that this would be the way it went. Allow Kazakhstan some possession, stay compact, wait for your moment. Here's a chance for Kislitsin though. And a long-range effort which won't trouble Jurkenbeck. Kislitsin will edge forward over that halfway line. Adalov, but the whistle blown, and it's a free kick for Spain because Kislitsin slid. We just saw some of the Kazakh fans, not a lot of Kazakh fans in the stadium. Spain with the bigger backing, but there will be a huge backing from those watching at home in Kazakhstan, as there always is, a loyal fan base. Kazakh fans, a very proud nation. Out to the Spanish right-hand side. Spain able now just to enjoy a little spell of possession, and you feel they do need a little bit of time with the ball at feet. They've lost it now though, but once again it's given away and there is some space for Spain. Challenge in. Oljaz Basarov. Still Basarov! Good save! He took a little nudge as he went to let fly there, Oljaz Basarov. Just there, but he maintained his balance and the keeper does well to save.
It's much more like it from Bazarov, who was guilty of passing up some sitters in the earlier knockout games.
Adalov wide of the post. Spain didn't get out of the groups in Mexico. They finished third. Had a little bit of a nightmare, and it all began with an opening night defeat to Colombia. Since then, Spain have decided that they're going to go again. And a lot of these players making debuts. And that is quite incredible, really, that you come out in an international circuit with some of the very best players in mini football and rock up to a final.
It's the confidence that's impressed me as well. Markel particularly, young 20-year-old, he's come into the tournament and really lit it up for them and has found goals in huge moments.
Spain on the ball. And that's not quite what Garcia would have had planned.
Well, there's the curse of the commentator once more. Just as I was bigging him up, he smashed it straight out of play. Maybe I should just keep stum for the minute.
Well, I was going to say you won't have seen the last of him shooting on goal, but I'm a little worried about saying it. I've done it now. Adilov. Usinov. Kazakhstan have just reset a little bit, I think, here. Just slowed things down and got back to basics. It's Taibasarov, still he drives. He's done well so far. Taibasarov puts the ball right across the path of the goal. It needed a touch. And how often do you see a Kazakh just drift to the back post and tap that home?
I was just about to say it's a rarity that no one was lurking at that far stick, because that's the play for Kazakhstan, isn't it?
Twice these sides have faced off, both times at the Euro Cup, now just called the Euro. And Kazakhstan beat Spain 2-1 in 2024. Kolekhanov and Zudabayev with the goals. Fuentes for Spain. And last year, Spanish got that win. Took the trophy out of the hands of the Kazakhs. Spain are ranked 16 at this tournament. I think that will be changing for 2027. Kazakhs, of course, still number one across the board. Kick in for Spain. And we have 3.5 minutes left to go of the first half. Martinez. Spain, who won their opening 2 games. They beat England 3-1. They were 1-0 down. They left it pretty late to find the winning goals, but they got the 3 points. They then beat Croatia, who are a top side themselves. That was by 2-1. They did lose to Czechia. Here come the Kazakhs, and they're in the area with Raikonov. And it's away from Aitor Villar, who is another one who's really looked impressive for Spain.
Well, alongside Markel Garcia, he's been up there as Spain's player of the tournament. Completely different profile, but a real leader on the pitch for them.
Dosov, shot parried away. Knocked over the top. And knocked out of play. 2-0 loss to Czechia for Spain. At the end of the group stages, they were comfortably beaten. Wasn't a nice game to watch, that one, with both sides pretty much saving themselves for the next day in the knockout rounds. They made very hard work of it in the last 16 though, Spain. 2-0 down against Italy, they brought it back to 2-2. Got themselves through on soccer penalties. Better against Ukraine, another really credible soccer side, another one who's always mentioned when it comes to winning things. Drew 1-1, beat them 1-0 on penalties. Serbia have been really good in the tournament as well. They beat them this morning in the semi-finals by 1-0. And they have won 4 times after going 1-0 down. So there will be no panic if Kazakhstan find a goal here before the half-time break. Saved by Martinez. It was a decent effort from Sergajchuk, who himself got an important late winner. That against Portugal. Flat ball from Martinez. Not a good touch, but he still has it and trying to find some space for the shot. Stead will take it over to that left-hand side. No touch. And I think actually knocked it possibly out of play. It might just be a kick in. We'll find out in just a second. Yep, it will be a kick in. Yakinbek will have to drop the ball off to the Kazakh right-hand side. Kislitsin. Taibasarov, bit of space for him. He'll enjoy that. Still Taibasarov. And a foul from the Kazakh king. Kutsianos just appealing to old Chaz Taibasarov to keep his lips together. No team in the world have played more games of soccer than Kazakhstan. That may count for a lot in a game like this where it's tight. Experience aplenty. Kazakhstan knocking out Poland, who were the holders by a 0-0 at the quarter-final stages. They defeated Hungary to get here tonight against Spain. Well, that's really well done. Spain have it. Barriola taking it over to the Spanish right, and he thought that should have been his ball. Kostas Kutsianos doesn't. Usanov. Taibasarov. Kislitsin. Usanov once more. Now Adilov. This is what Kazakhstan do, piecing together those passes, keeping their shape and waiting for the shot, which was taken by Taibasarov but blocked well. Spain have dealt with them pretty well. They'll have to deal with them. Here is Taibasarov! Whistle's blown. He's a danger.
He certainly is, Taibasarov. He's looked so lively in this opening 20 minutes plus added. But what Spain do so well is they just chuck bodies in the way of everything. And Aitor Villar, the man again, putting his body on the line for his country.
Spain have it there, dangerous area. Was that a hand? Nothing just yet. And then wide of the post, and the Spanish bench off your screen. Cannot believe it. It remains 0-0 at the end of the first half.
And that was a big opening for Pablo Martin. It dropped to him very kindly on the edge, and he snatched at it. Needed a touch of composure.
Kislitsin into the box and away. Adilov wanted that a little bit closer to his feet rather than in front of him. But Spain will have to settle for giving away the corner. Yakinchenov takes it. Kislitsin hits it. Possible chance for a counter. That's handball. Now Kislitsin has tried to disguise it, but he hasn't managed it, and he will sit in the sin bin.
I think that's the correct call from Adin Hasic, because Kislitsin pleads his innocence, but Javier Pozzo had taken a really neat touch to knock it round him, and Kislitsin knew it.
He tried his best, didn't he? Protested his innocence. So an extra man advantage for 2 minutes for Spain. Some of the time might run into the second half, who knows? Barriola. Now with Villar. Out to the right-hand side for Spain now. Trying to stretch the Kazakhs. Kazakhstan knowing exactly what to do, sending it long and into the hands of the Spanish keeper. Half-time whistle blown. Kazakhstan 0, Spain 0. At the moment, Kazakhstan marginally on top, but I think probably, Frankie, that would be the game plan.
It would be, and Spain, I'm sure they'll be delighted with this. I mean, you've read the statistics for Kazakhstan. They have been in finals numerous times, and in these knockouts, they've started games really quickly, looking deadly. So for Spain to go in at the interval level, they'll take a lot of encouragement from that. and they themselves have become late goal specialists. So they'll fancy their chances, and I'm sure they'll be confident that they can play Kazakhstan at their own game, and as the match draws on, look to give them a taste of their own medicine.
Looking through some chances now, but they were pretty few and far between. Kazakhstan having chances, but I don't really recall a moment where you thought it was going in. They've all been a little bit tame so far.
Well, that was probably the best of the bunch, the one we've just seen from Ty Bazarov. That pitch opened up for him really for the first time, and he got a really clean strike off, but straight down the throat of Martinez. But aside from that, it all has been half moments, bit scratchy, as you might expect from a final. Very tense. We'll see who blinks first.
Certainly will. There'll only be a couple more minutes and they'll be back out on the field. Time for the players to get a sip of water. Time for us to get a sip of water. We'll be back very, very soon indeed for the start of the second half. At the half-time break in the TUI Soccer Euro final, it's Kazakhstan 0, Spain 0. Just about to recommence the second half then. 0-0 the score at the TUI Soccer Euro final. Kazakhstan trying, I think, to catch Spain off guard, and that's exactly what happened, and it meant that they were inside the Kazakh half when they took the kick, and so they'll have to start again. They try to spin it. It has to go in a certain direction before, and I don't know if he's just going to tell him to restart again. Has to go backwards. I don't know if he's going to overturn it or just say, well, have a third go. And he is going to say have a third go, Adin Hasic.
Well, third time lucky then for the kickoff.
Hello to Elsie and Taylor. Long diagonal ball. Spain still have 4 on the outfield at the moment, with a player still sat in the sin bin. Aitor Villar over the halfway line. Out wide it goes to Garth Villa. Got to try and find a way through. Over the top it goes. Goal kick Kazakhstan.
It was wasteful that from Spain, because it was a nice pick out from Markel to thread it through 2 Kazakhstan players. There's Barriola. He saw what he wanted to do, and that was return it across the face of goal, but scuffed it over the bar.
Sent long, nodded on. Spain will pick up the pieces. Right, here we go again. Still that man advantage for Spain. Kazakhstan will retreat back into the box of 4 on the edge of the area. In fact, they've gone with the diamond. Villar waited for the run. It came, but it's a little bit too tricky to get out of the feet for Garcia, but here he is now with Basarov in front of him, trying to get it to the near post. So Basarov will have a drive down the left-hand side. He is very, very tricky when he gets going. And it's a kick in, and it's for Kazakhstan, and that will suit him. And Kislitsin is just about to come back on, which will mean that Kazakhstan are back up to their full allocation of 6 after the yellow card.
Well, that's exactly what you need from Ty Bazarov. Gain the yards and drag you up the pitch when you're down in numbers.
Sabagonski going backwards. Sabagonski got the goal v Poland in the quarter-final. We are up to 6 apiece now as Kislitsin lays it backwards. There he is now, the man who received the yellow card before the half-time break. Ty Basarov. Tiny bit of room out on the right-hand side, but that poor touch gets it back though. And Kazakhstan, I think we're appealing perhaps for a penalty on their bench. Wasn't a lot of interest on the pitch. Diaz Yeginshanov, and then wide of the post from Ty Basarov.
And this is where Spain will need to stay really switched on from set pieces, because Kazakhstan are something of set piece specialists, and Ty Bazarov found himself in a bit too much space for Spain's liking. But again, off colour with the finish, and it's surprising from Ty Bazarov.
Sent long. Out of play it goes. Kazakhstan have had 5 of their 6 games end with a clean sheet at this tournament. Don't let many in. That's nice from Spain. Tricky, but headed away. Spanish, though, have been pretty free-flowing in terms of goals. They've got 11 plus 3 soccer penalty shootout goals. They've conceded just the 5 in their 6 games.
They don't make reams of chances, Spain, but when you least expect it...
Clipped in! Off the post! Still not over! And out this time. That was a nice move.
Well, just as I was saying, it's when you don't expect it that they almost score, and they did there. It was a beautiful ball into the box, and it dropped agonisingly onto the post.
Well, the Spanish are in conversation at the moment, because I think they're asking for a penalty. Saved there. Maybe they're asking if it crossed the line. Still, we haven't seen anything yet that looks too suspicious, and they're probably asking, is that a slide there? It's being checked on our VAS, which is the soccer version of VAR. There's a thumb up from the referee, Adam Hasic, and nothing has been given. And so it will be Spain's kick in once again. To the near post, Kislitsin away. Well, it's better from Spain, who've got the ball at the other end right now and are pegging Kazakhstan back. Villar, and it's off the bar. It took a huge deflection off the backside of Adilov. And that was very, very nearly Spain's lead.
Well, they're a lick of paint away from the opener. And you're absolutely right about the deflection, because Jürgen Beck, he was planted. He'd already started to move the other way. Completely wrong-footed him. It's desperately unlucky.
Well, they'll have another go here, Spain. Kick in once more, and another conversation between the referees has ended in no further action. Cleared away by Kazakhstan. Spain with the bit between their teeth in the opening 5 minutes of the second half, after Kazakhstan really had most of the play, most of the control. Spain have just applied a bit more of a squeeze on Kazakhstan. Jürgenbeck, who, as you see from that gesture, will slow things right down, try and get Kazakhstan back in that mechanic mindset. All Kazakh cogs in a wheel when they play. Just ticking along and waiting to spring. Spain retreating backwards, and they will not apply the press on Akbalan Yerkenbeck, who can just very slowly edge forward. He'll wait for that run, and if it comes, he'll pass. If it doesn't, he'll shoot. Does pass. Yeginjanov. Wasteful from him, but the ball is still on top of the Spanish penalty area. Down the line it goes. Chance to stretch the legs for Rueda. And out came Yerkenbeck, kicking Spain.
It was a brilliant ball that from Aitor Villar. Trevelled it down the touchline and set Rueda on his way. And he tried to pull it back across with the outside of his right boot. And you feel, could you take it on the left?
Another chance then. Are Spain going to try and whack it again as they did and nearly scored on the other side? They do, but this time it's blocked a lot more cleanly by Yeginjanov. Got the goal in the semi-final versus Hungary and against Ukraine in the groups. Doing his defensive work this time. Spanish asking for a bit more room. Kostas Koutsianos will oblige. Just asking the Kazakh 14, Yeginjanov, to step back a couple of inches. He just edged himself forward though. This time to the byline and into the box, but stopped by Kislitsin. Try and get past word of Spanish, but Adilov clears away, and that's a little hurried and a little panicky from Kazakhstan.
Well, they're definitely feeling the squeeze, aren't they, Kazakhstan? It's rare that you see them panic into booting into touch or doing anything in a real hurry.
Martinez took the shot on, and the goalkeeper at the other end will do the same. Yerkenbeck, he doesn't mind having a crack. Way off target though. Off we go again. Martinez sending it to the left-hand side. Sieving it back in the penalty area. Forward it goes to Garcia. Still Garcia driving towards the box. It's Garcia! He's put it wide. Well, it was an inspired run. He tried to pull the trigger. It took a Kazakh touch on the way, and it's a corner.
That would have been a glorious solo effort. The initial spin left the Kazakhs for dead, and you just felt as he kept going and going, the net was going to bulge.
Fizz to cross it in! Well, they have looked really good in this second half, Spain. They've got at Kazakhstan, and now they've got their goal. Spain, in their first ever soccer final, are in charge with 11 minutes to go. Are we in for a new name on the trophy?
Well, we'll watch the replay back here. It is an own goal. It looked to be at the time. It's Kwanch Begelin who couldn't get out of the way of a smashed corner kick from Aitor Villar. And Spain have looked the most likely, and they've bloodied the noses of the world #1 seeds.
A prime example, if you buy the ticket, you might well win the raffle, and Spain just fired it across, hoping for a touch. The touch came. It came off of a blue shirt. It came off of Begelin. Doesn't matter. Spain lead. Forward it goes again, looking for an instant reply. And it took him by surprise. I think it was Sergoshuk. Another look at that goal. It was just too quick. And it's Spain who lead, and we are into the final quarter of the Tsui Soccer Euro, and it's Spain in charge. But Kazakhstan are the kings of comebacks, particularly very, very late in games. This is not over, and here come Kazakhstan bursting through the middle. A chance to find that leveller. Space on the edge. Martinez saves, and it's booted away, and it will have to be watched by Yerkenbeck. They might just up the energy, up the tempo now, Kazakhstan, as they chase that goal. That will do for Spain. A little touch from Mendakute. Got the winning penalty against Ukraine for Spain earlier on in the tournament. Adilov does what he does, good skill, gets himself the free kick.
They've snapped into life, Kazakhstan, haven't they? After the opener. It was all Spain up until that moment, but as you said, write them off at your peril. They almost play better when they're a goal down.
They do begin to stretch the legs. They do begin to raise the levels. Still got a lot of time to find an equaliser. And it's they whack it in past the post. And it's gone all the way through as Begelin looked to make amends for his own goal.
He might once again look towards his teammates because he's done the right thing, Begelin. He's hit it hard low and towards that back post.
Sent long, away by Taibasarov. And that's loose. Hasn't been too much of that from Spain, in fairness. Been pretty neat and tidy. First half was a challenge. Didn't see a lot of the ball. Far more possession for the side in red in the second half. Jürkenbeck. Got Kislitsin to his left. He hits it. And it's away. Adilov was lurking at that back post. So Basarov was on the far side. Kislitsin now on the ball. Jürkenbeck again. That's loose. The goal is empty. And it's blocked by Kislitsin. It's not over. Up to the byline, poked across and cleared away, but I think it had gone out and it will be a corner. And very, very close to a second.
Well, that's the risk you take, isn't it? That attack starting from Kazakhstan, losing the ball when they committed by Dula forward, their keeper.
Spanish corner. Over it is Mendicute of Cantabria. And again, it's just banged across the face. This time, thankfully for Kazakhstan, it didn't take a touch. And it is they who have the kick in and now have the ball with Begelin. Up to Adilov. Asking for the keeper to come up. He can't touch it until he's in the opposition half though, and that's why you've seen him race up. Chasing already Kazakhstan with 7 or 6 minutes now to go. And that's a corner for Kazakhstan, and they will just begin to tap on the door, I'm sure. Cut back and in! And it's the tricky little number 17, Diaz Usanov, who's got it. It feels a little harsh on Spain, but if you know anything about soccer, you will not be surprised at all. I think Martinez was possibly a little unsighted. He looked late on the dive, but Kazakhstan are level.
Well, what did we say earlier about staying switched on from set pieces? Kazakhstan, so proficient from them. And Martinez, you're right, he was unsighted, but it was the shape on the ball from Usanov. He bent it round the player and snuck it in at the near post. It's a really tidy finish in the end. Game on.
Martinez, away by Adilov. Well, that was a little bit sloppy. Here comes Taibasarov, still trying to get there. And it took the touch off Taibasarov in the end, and it will be Spain's ball. And Spain just perhaps need to calm it down and get a little box clever with Kazakhstan now.
Well, there's some needle in it as well, because Usanov raced around Spain's half in celebration. I don't think the Spanish were too happy about it.
Well, they have got an air of respect, the Kazakhs, but they also have a little bit of needle about them and a little bit of know-how as how to rub you up the wrong way. All just little strings to the bow that Kazakhstan have. And it will be a goal kick for the Kazakhs, and there are now just a touch over 4 minutes left. Adilov beaten to it, nice take. He had to poke it out of play in the end. Yeginjanov.
You could describe Kazakhstan as mentality monsters, couldn't you? They know how to ruffle feathers.
Very business-like. Kislitsyn away. Yakumbek not going to chase that, just lets it go out of play for the goal kick for Kazakhstan. Well, it went to penalties between these two last year at the Euro Cup in Moldova. We're not far away from seeing that again. Forward will come the Spanish though, looking to do business of their own. It's Villar and it's up the top, and I think it took a touch on the way. Kazakhstan doing just enough and it will be a corner.
He did have Rueda to his left and Markel Garcia to his right. I saw Villar. He took the selfish option.
Again, it comes in at pace at the near post this time, and Yerkenbeck couldn't deal with the pace and pops it up for another corner. Again, it's flashed across, away, back at the feet of the Spanish, who are going to go home through Vitor Barriola. Martinez of Euskadi. Lovely touch out to the left-hand side. Some room for Spain to drive. Trying to find that back post, and Kislitsyn just knocks it away. Martinez will hold and will begin to drive again. Touch is good enough. And his opposing number of Aitor Villar, which was Diaz Yeginjanov, taps it out. Kick in for Spain. Nervy moments now for both. Kazakh, the kings of finding goals in the last few seconds, but Spain have done more than their fair share at this tournament as well. And there's a big chance, and there is a goal that might just be the goal that gives Spain European glory. And it's another corner. Now Kazakhstan are the comeback kids. But it's going to take a lot to come back from this, because Corral has given them a lead late in the day, 2-1.
On 2 set pieces, 2 goals for Spain. And it takes a nick on its way through. I think it comes off the knee of Adilov. And it drops ever so kindly for Corral, who had to adjust his body. But he did so brilliantly, just to shove it past Yerkenbeck.
Kazakhstan have the fly keeper now, so there is an empty net if Spain can get the ball back. They're going for broke. They have to. Kenchekilov playing it across to the right-hand side. Shot coming in, off the boot of Begelin, blocked away. They're almost there, Spain. What a tournament from them. Agonising on the bench. Begelin. Kenchekilov lays it across. That's close. The goal is open. Spain trying to find a way through. They won't do it, and the fly keeper collects it. Kenchekilov. Begelin. Kenchekilov again. That's not going to find its target. And we are over the 40-minute mark. Spain are moments away.
They'll be delighted by that, Spain, because Kazakhstan were starting to tease it around their penalty area, and it's a chance for them just to boot it up the other end.
That had to be watched, but what it will do is just eat into another few seconds towards that full-time whistle. Kazakhstan need a goal from this attack, or it's probably over. A goal would send it to penalties. That is off target. He didn't keep his technique. It looked a little lazy from Kuanish Begelin, and that is not something you associate with him. Is this the kick that brings about the whistle. It's not, but it's a flick on out of play. Pablo Martin again just buying his side some time. Begelin, still we go. Begelin blocked. Garcia doing the hard yards. Taibasarov, he's blocked. Good little feint. Shot comes off of a Spanish leg. Taibasarov collects again. Whistles around the stadium. One last chance perhaps. Into the area. Taibasarov scrambled away by the Spanish. That will be it. Spain, the new champions of Europe. A true underdog story. One for the soccer ages. Kazakhstan, twice European champions, beaten by Spain, who have played in their first ever soccer final. They knew what they had to do. They stuck to the plan. The plan pays off. Spain are the TUI Soccer Euro champs.
It's quite incredible, and just look what it means to him. Larumbe, he can't even use his right leg, but he's hopped over to celebrate and crossed the entire pitch to do so. And nobody would have given Spain a fighting chance before the tournament. There's no way anybody would have backed them as Euros winners. But they've just kept going and going and going. They've found a way through every single time. And even today, when they were pegged back by Kazakhstan, who looked inevitable in this tournament, they've been brilliant in the knockouts, Kazakhstan. Spain still found a way. And I tell you what, anybody that can beat Kazakhstan at their own game in a final deserves to lift the trophy.
They moved up 10 places in this year's rankings into 22nd. I don't think next year they're going to be 22nd. They look a proper force, Frankie. Is Spain a side that we can now expect to see in the last 2 or the last 4 of all of these big tournaments going forward?
Well, they reached the semi-finals last year, and you start to think, was that the outlier? Can they go deep into competitions consistently? But they do look a real force. They've got talent, but most importantly, they've got the grit that comes with a really good soccer side. Players like Markel Garcia, they give you the flair, but then Aitor Villar, Corral, Barriola, they defend so well, Spain, and they're such a tight unit, and there's no reason why they couldn't move on to be a real force in international soccer for some time to come.
Well, Spain have done it. It's time to get out the tapas. It's time to get out the Rioja. It's time to start celebrating. Spain are the champions of Europe.
Socca Euro tournament where Spain was crowned champions. We'll start with the referees award, who will be given by Julia Conte. I invite Mrs. Julia Conte to come.
Let's invite the officials who will mark the ceremony.
Julia Conte to take the center of the field to give the awards to all the referees. During the ceremonies, campionato in Albania, fluar Ministri Turizmit, Kulturës dhe Sportit Blendi Gonxha, Presidenti Krzysztof Kohip, si dhe Presidentën e Federatës Shqiptare të Futbollit Armand Dua. We'll start with the referees. The awards will be given by Julia Conte, ISF Evans Director. The trophy of the best scorer will be given by Mark Miller, ISF Sports Director, to the number 9 of Team Italy, Mauro Marazzo. goalkeeper will be given by Thanos Papadopoulos, ISF CAO, to number 2 of Team Kazakhstan, Akbulan Yerkinbek. The trophy of the best player will be given by Jürgen Danere, President Socca Albania, to the number 10 of Spain, Markel Garcia, ex Vareta. Let's invite the third team, Serbia, to be in the field. Now, the award to the winner, Spain, will be given by Christoph Kohi, ISF President, and the Minister of Tourism, Culture and Sports, Yendi Gonja.
winner for the first title. And there is only one more thing to say. We say goodbye to Tirana, it was magic. And we say hello to Essen, where we will play the Soccer World Cup 2026 in the end of August. So we go from Tirana to Essen and see you all again there. Thank you all for coming out. This is the magic of soccer.